Hello, this is Big Los, and welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2!
Need some help?
My beard alone has experienced more than a lesser man's entire body.
Harvest Fair's got a double meeting for most folks in this village. It's the anniversary of the attack on our village. When all those demons came, everybody lost friends and family. And your foster father takes things harder than most. Best not to trouble him about it.
My blood smells like cologne. Okay, so we're back in the tutorial section of the game. This part's completely optional, you can skip it, and I'm guessing if you do choose to skip it, you'll be able to level up to level 3 before the actual game starts. But I figure we'll just go ahead and do it. Okay, keep that in mind that that little kid says that there's a feather locked in that chest. That's a clue for later. Let's see. What? We can't have any mead? Come on. Oh, great. Thanks, Amie. I happen to like mead, too. Yes, Amie. Sounds like you planned the wrong act for the talent show. Yes, I am always right. Let's talk to Brother Maring. When you see options in brackets that say lore, that means you can use a skill that you have to open up more dialogue. And I plan on doing that as much as I can because I'm having a lot of skills like lore and diplomacy. Okay, so let's do the bow trading thing here. This is the part of the tutorial where it shows you how to initiate buying and selling with a merchant. So you basically have to talk to a merchant and it'll bring up a menu like this one. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to sell these furs. Yes. And that gave us enough money to buy the bow. So we'll be left with 18 gold. And that's how you do buying and selling. So now let's do the Tourney of Talent. This one is going to be done with your primary spellcaster. So if you don't have any wizard levels, Amie will do this one. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is summon a creature. So press F to bring up the quick cast menu and then click on summon creature 1 and then click on where you want to place it. Left click. Now after you do that, they're going to want you to enlarge bevel. So if you right click on bevel, it becomes the target, and then when you left click on enlarge person, it becomes bigger. And the last thing they want you to do is use an offensive spell. So we're going to use Ray of Frost on that barrel. And for some reason, right-clicking on the barrel and then clicking the spell didn't work for that. But usually it does. If you right-click on something and it's targeted, then when you click the spell, it will automatically use that spell on your target. So for winning, we got 3 scrolls. Well, let's see what Orlin has to say. A pig? You're gonna trouble me about a pig? Well, they say that a kiss can break a charm. I know I sound like a fool. Yes, of course you do. Okay, so this is our first side quest. To try to figure out why that pig is bigger than all the others. So let's go talk to our foster father, Dagon.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see. I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all, even foster sons.
My reputation is expanding faster than the universe.
A fine bow. A fine one, made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season. But you came for the archery competition as well, did you not?
When in Rome, they do as I do.
Fetch a crossbow from the barrel and take a few shots at the practice target. You must hit the target once before you can compete.
Okay, so we're gonna left click on this barrel and then click loot all, and we get the crossbow and the 20 bolts. So these are the 3 spells that I won. So we're gonna click and drag the crossbow and the bolts to our character, and it automatically equips them. So now let's position ourselves to take one shot
Ready to compete? Come and speak to me.
at the practice target. Okay, so now we'll talk to Dagon again. No, not the barrel, Dagon.
Are you ready to compete then?
I've won trophies for my game face alone.
The rules are the same as last year. 10 shots and 10 targets. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember the lessons that have been taught to you, you should be able to best that.
Okay, so let's position ourselves outside the gate. And we're gonna shoot all these 10 barrels. And of all the times that I've done this, I've never missed. I don't know if it's possible to miss. Maybe if your deck score is really low, or if you roll a natural 1. But I've never missed a barrel, or a bottle, I should say, doing this. So I've never scored worse than 10 out of 10. So that wins the competition outright.
Let's have at it!
And it takes a whole action,
Time for a bit of the game.
which is 6 seconds before you can fire again.
Time for a bit of the game.
So basically it takes like a whole minute to do that, maybe longer. Because 6 times 10 is 60 seconds. Alright.
Well done. A perfect score wins the competition outright. I've rarely seen such a fine performance so early in the day.
You underestimate me.
You have a marksman's instinct. That much is plain. Go on now. There's still more of the fair to see.
Alright, so we gained a level. You can see that by the plus on our picture profiles in the top right. So let's press C to bring up the character info screen, and we'll level up. And now I will take a swashbuckler level, because I will mainly be a swashbuckler, but a rogue swashbuckler. So tumble is going to be our most important skill, because it will give us extra AC, which we will definitely need. And I don't really feel like giving ourselves crafting skills. I feel like taking cross-class skills in rogue skills. Notice that it's not costing 2 like it normally would. It just costs 1. But you can only go up 1/2 of your character level, but since that would be 1, and we're only going up 1, that's fine. We're actually level 2 now, and half of our character level is 1, so we're only increasing them 1 point, which is just fine. I'll try to increase them again at level 3 to see if they go up. Now for Bevel and Amie, I'm just going to do recommend for their skills and or feats. Now Amie, you're not going to be using Amie for very much longer, so I don't think it really matters what spells you give her. I'm definitely going to want Shield as a spell. That'll give her a little bit more AC for the Brawl. And let's see, I think, yeah, let's just, yeah. Color spray or crossfire? Big decision. Cause fear it is. Now, I don't remember if magic is not allowed, and if it's not, then it's just a moot point. But I guess we'll see. I won't do the brawl in this episode, I'll do it in the next episode, but after you level up, press B for your spell book, and you'll have empty slots, usually when you gain a level, and then you can just left-click
Step
on
with
the
me.
spell
Come on.
icon to
Follow
put that
along.
into your spells that are memorized, but you have to rest first before you know those spells. Wait, Dagon is right next to Galen. Why in the world does he need us to trade for him? That makes no sense at all.
Enjoying the fair? Packs of feral children set loose to find trinkets. Grown men braining one another with clubs. Do you know they're actually granting prizes for the fattest pig? As if the creatures needed encouragement.
Police often question me just because they find me interesting.
Who's grumbling? They've given me charge of the Knaves challenge. I always tell them we ought to encourage thievery in our children. Good for the mind. We live in a swamp after all. What else is there to do? Anyway, I assume that's why you're here. Knaves challenge, that is. I suppose you'll want to hear the rhyme.
I once had an awkward moment just to see how it feels.
Very well, but it's dreadful. Don't say I didn't warn you. I've hidden 3 feathers, scattered them wide, placed white in a box, and locked it inside. Blue followed termite tracks down where they ran, green in the pocket of same-colored man. Count yourself fortunate for that. I once shared a wagon with a kobold bard. He rhymed sadder with bladder and sang fondly of his navel. As dreadful as it was, did you understand what the rhyme meant?
Yes, yes, yes. 3 feathers. Jesus.
Yes, you have the right of it. 3 feathers, white, blue, and green.
Right. Okay, now if you don't have any rogue levels, this little boy Kipp, you can recruit and he'll do all the rogue stuff that you can't do. And I'm actually going to recruit him anyway, but I'm not going to use him. Because at this point, there's no way you can get out of not recruiting him after the first set of dialogue options. See, there's nothing you can do. He'll join you regardless. I like this kid already. Okay, so
Yep.
your other characters in the original campaign will level up along with you. Whatever experience points you get, any characters
Well, now,
that you happen to
what do you
recruit
want?
will have the exact same number of experience points and thus be at the same level, or the level minus their level adjustment if they were like a monster race. Okay, so when the logs turn red, that means there is a trap there, so I'm going to disarm the trap. And we're successful. Sometimes you're unsuccessful and it goes off and it damages you. But there I got the first feather. And now we're going to get the white feather out of the chest here.
Green in the pocket of same-colored man. I'll bet that's him over by the house. The feather's in his pocket. It's got to be.
Yes, thank you, Amie. I was gonna pickpocket him anyway before you interrupted. Okay, now we're gonna keep doing this until we're successful. And if you're unsuccessful, then you can't use it for a full round, which is 6 seconds. And you can see down at the bottom, those are the quick keys, so you can just use like the number keys to use the skill. But you can see that the seconds are counting down until you can use it again. So now that we've got them all, I'm gonna end the video pretty soon. I'll talk to Tarmus, but thanks for watching. This is Bigelow's gonna be signing off.
It really is a dreadful day for a fair. Not even the tents are managing to look cheerful. Thank the gods! The Knaves challenge is won, and I can go someplace dry. I'd kiss all of you, but no one respects an affectionate wizard.
Oh, yes they do.
Far from it. I'm quite cheerful by nature. That's why I moved to a swamp, you know. Sort of a challenge to myself.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2. Have a good day.